Hello, how you doing? This is Mike Williams from Respitec Medical. I'm going to be giving you a demo on the KoKo SX1000 today. So we'll get started right now. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to enter your patient and patient information. Right here, these are all highlighted. As you can see right here, I'm over here with my actual ID 1111 and test mic. So I'm not going to enter it in, but you would enter in all these areas that are highlighted. Okay, this is your date of birth. Okay, you put your height, your weight, your gender here. You can kind of just hit the drop down here, your race. So you drop down here. Predicted is going to be filled in automatically because it knows what predicted. Okay, here you got your smoking history. Then you're going to be able to, it's going to ask you a question. What did you smoke? Okay, and then you hit down here how many pack years, and it will calculate that. Okay, if you go down further, you're going to have your physicians. You're going to have your interpreted physician name and your technicians. Second address, not too much with that. You're not going to pretty much deal with that unless you want to put a second address. Okay, so we'll get started here. So the first thing we're going to do is a calibration. You have to do a calibration every day on the KoKo handle. So what you want to do is just click on the picture here. Okay, right now it's just telling us that we didn't put any patient information in. So you see that priority? Just get rid of that priority. Okay, here's our patient for today. So we're going to click on here and click here. Okay, now it's going to fill in. Okay, basically how you can do this, what you go into search. As you get patients in here, you can search them right through the search mode. But a brand new patient that shows up, you can go ahead and just hit new patient. Okay, and here you can just go ahead and right now, a patient that's already in the computer in this cache, you can just say new visit, and you can start a new visit with a new visit date. Okay, so let's just go to calibration first. Okay, we're going to do temperature calibration and BP. Okay, so what it's going to do is going to pop up here, and it's if you didn't cal it, it would show a red caution. I mean, it would show a red circle there with the X saying that you need to calibrate. If it was calibrated in a few, like say a day ago, it may come up with a caution just to make sure you do your daily cal. So right now I counted already today, but let's just go do it again. Okay, so you want to click on BP temperature. Okay, okay, your temperature is going to be in centigrade. Okay, so right here, you just want to go ahead and hit continue and put in whatever the temperature is. We're going to say 20 and hit the enter key. It's going to come up after that, the relative humidity. If you know it, you can put it in, but we default it to 50. So just hit the enter key. Here it's going to come up with your barometric pressure. We're going to put in 760. Okay, if you know it, you can put in that number, the exact number, but these numbers do not affect the test. Okay, so let's go in here. All right, and we're going to go ahead. After you do that, you can look at your calibration report. Okay, it would just kind of show that you've done the daily calibration. Here you're going to have your temperature, your pneumatic. Okay, so those are the checks. We've done those today, but we're going to do them again. So what we want to do now, we're just going to go into the pneumatic calibration. And that's this handle right here. Okay, that's your pneumatic. That's the KoKo SX1000 handle. So right now we have it hooked to our calibration syringe with a hose. Okay. So the first thing you're going to do, let's just go down here, calibrate. Right here is telling us it's a 3-liter syringe. If you want to put in your syringe number, you can. Okay. But you don't have to. That syringe has been calibrated and validated for the year. It's good. We do that on a yearly basis. Okay, so next set. So what we're going to do is go in these areas right here. I always say just drive down this. Oh, let me back up here. Sorry about that. Let's see what's going on. Just make sure it sees our device. The hardware configuration, let's just make sure it's there. It is. Okay, let's do that again. Let's see what's going on with that calibration. It should just go right through. Object. Okay, you just had to check that cable, make sure low flow. You can move on to the you can just say once it's all green, you hit finish. Now we're going to do a check to see the accuracy. We want to know the average accuracy must be less than 1%. So you want to click on check. That's just like a verify, making sure that that's a good calibration. Do the same thing. To the green area. Go to the next. Go to the high flow. Okay. And here it tells us that we have an average accuracy of 0.38, and that's really good. So the lower the better. If we have any numbers like 0.88, we want to do the calibration over again and do a check over just to make sure the lower this number, the better the calibration. Has to be less than 1%. Okay, so then what we're going to do here, we just close out, and we'll close out of the calibration. And we'll go to our force vital capacity test. Okay, right here, we'll click on force vital. Get our KoKo syringe. Put that over here. Okay, so now we're ready to start the force vital capacity test. What we're going to do is want to make sure that you have your nose clip. So what we're going to do here, now I've already done an effort here. As you can see, KoKo, basically what happens is what happens basically, we're looking at a ATS picks the best test. So right now that we have this one maneuver that I did already, it's picked as the best. That's because we only did one. So now we're going to do a standard force vital capacity. I'm going to put your nose clip on. Okay, so what you're going to do is put your nose clip on. You're going to breathe normal. Then you're going to take a deep breath in and blast it out. And you want to blast it out for 6 seconds on the volume time curve. Okay, this is going to be your flow volume loop here, and your volume time curve is going to be on this side. Okay, and you want it to go out to 6 seconds. Once it says good effort, have your patient take a deep breath in. You can end the test. You don't have to push it any further. So here we'll start that. We'll put the nose clip and we'll go ahead and start. Ready? Okay, so as soon as you see that good effort, you can end that test. You can have that patient take a deep breath in because they want to take a deep breath at that point anyway. And if you see to a point where they can't make a good effort, you can just have them take a deep breath in earlier than that. Okay. But what we like to see is that 6 seconds exhale. Okay, so we have that test there. It's calculating that one. And as you can see here, it basically moved on and moved from this and count this the best. It went to effort number 2 as the best. Okay, here it's showing extrapolated volume. We can look at the extrapolated volume by clicking here. That's your volume time curve. Extrapolated volumes right here. Okay, and if you want to see the actual loops, you can see the actual loops and you can also print them out at this point. Okay, so we're going to do one more and we're doing those all in the pre-mode, as you can see right here, pre-mode. So let's just do one more and we're going to do that in the incentive mode. Okay. Okay, and that's blow out the candles. So you're going to try your best to have your patient blow out all those candles. Okay. But don't worry, you're gonna see good effort here after you blow out for the 6 seconds, but it's going to be on this side of the screen. It's not going to be, you don't have the time curve. It's going to be right up here. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that nobody's breathing through the device. Click OK. It tells you go ahead and hook the patient up, put the nose clip on. Tidal breaths, couple tidal breaths, and then a deep breath in and blast it out. Okay, as soon as you see the good effort, you can have them take a deep breath in. And like I said, always you want to keep an eye on them because if you see them blowing and you see where they're having a hard time there, just have them take a deep breath in. Don't push them to the good effort because they're here because they may not be able to do such a good effort. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and go back here. We'll go ahead and set that back to the loop. Okay, which is your volume time curve. And if you look at it here, our first effort, say the first effort, we didn't meet the extrapolate. We met the extrapolated volume with the plus sign. We didn't meet the end of test, so it has a minus sign. And we did meet the total expiratory time. Okay, but ATS actually picked, if you can look at this here, it picked the FEV1 from effort 2, and it picked all the rest of the data and the loop data from effort number 3. See that there? Okay. You have an effort, you can basically change the data to whatever you like. If you want to, say on this one here, if you want to call that the best on this machine, you can actually say, okay, I like that better. You can go ahead and override ATS. You could say, I want these, and it'll give you that data. But normally all we want to do is let ATS pick the best effort. So there we go. It's picking the best effort. You got your overlays, and it looks at that one parameter it wants to take and bring that over. This parameter here, and these will be on the report. Okay, so report that. Right now we're in the pre-mode. Like I said, we can get out of here. If you have a test you just want to delete, all you would have to do is put your little, go up here, click, put the box around it, and delete it. Just click it, bingo, it's gone. Okay, we'll just bring it back. Okay. All right, so we'll move on now to our MVV test. So right here, I always kind of ask you a question. Do you want to save that? You just say yes to that. Okay. Okay, so now we're going to do a MVV test. So we're going to click on here, maximum voluntary ventilation. Okay, this test is going to be where you put your mouth on here and you're going to go deep and fast for 12 seconds. Okay, so you want to be sitting down when you do this test. Okay, so what you're going to do here, you're just going to click on start test. Okay, make sure nothing's coming through the handle. Okay, we don't want any fan or anything running through or the patient on it at this point. Put the nose clip on here. Okay, and just start deep and fast for 12 seconds. You'll see this little hand. Basically, you're looking for a flow for 12 seconds here. Okay, so let's go deep and fast. Okay. Okay, that can be a pretty tough test there. That can get you a little dizzy. All right. Okay, so what we're going to do here will give us our result and we can move on right there. You do 2 efforts, ATS is going to pick the best. Okay, so we're going to move on, close out of there. Okay, now what we're going to do here is you have an option to do a slow vital capacity on this machine also. So we're going to go ahead in this here area and do a slow vital. Okay, so what we're going to do is just go ahead and hit start test. And we don't do both. We don't do FRCs here because this machine doesn't do that, but it does the slow vital. So just click on slow vital and you put your nose clip on. And just make sure nothing's coming through. Hook up your patient. And that's your slow vital capacity. So what you're doing, you're just breathing tidal breaths. And you're taking tidal breaths, tidal breaths. When you're ready, take a deep breath in and blow it all the way out. So you can't blow out anymore. And that's your slow vital. Now we're going to just do one of those efforts, but basically ATS will pick the best effort as you're doing that test. Once you usually with just 1 or 2 of these, that's pretty much all you would do. Okay, so we're going to click out of here. Okay, now we're going to go back to our forced vital capacity and do a post test. So we want to click on forced vital capacity and we're going to change to the post. You want to give them their bronchodilator, albuterol, and then we'll go ahead and just do a post test. And then we'll go ahead and look at our reports. And reports can be made to whatever you're liking. We can modify and tweak reports to whatever you like to see on it, as far as your parameters, as far as your loops, the size of them. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to go over to the pre-drug and change that to post-drug. Okay, so we're in here, we're going to go ahead and we'll do 3 post-test. Okay, so now we're going to start that. Basically, right here, you would put in your drug name. We can put that in the area where it will always be there. So whatever drugs you use, you would hit the drop down and it would show up. Okay, so let's just go in here. Okay, you want to put your nose clip on. Make sure nothing's coming through and hook the patient up. Have them breathe normal, tidal breaths, about 3 or 4 breaths. Deep breath in and blast it out. As soon as you see good effort, you can have them come off of that, take a deep breath in and come off and relax. Okay, so we're going to do 2 more efforts. Okay, so right now this here ATS is looking at that as the best. So what we're going to do here, we're going to do 1 more standard. Okay, and make sure nothing's coming through. We're going to put on our nose clips. And breathe normal, tidal breaths, and deep breath in and blast it out. Okay. Nose clip starts to slip off your nose here. You gotta, it gets a little slippery there, but hey. All right, so what we're gonna do here, after this, we're gonna do 1 more test and we're gonna do the incentive. Okay, that's gonna be blow out the candles. Same effort. Some people like to use the blow out the candles because the patients seem to do the test. They're able to do a little better maneuver doing the blow out the candles. So they kind of use that for, I thought pretty much mainly was for the younger generation, to kids, but adults like it too, and you can get a very good result from them using this. So let's go ahead and start. All right. Okay, that's good. Now you always want to watch your patient because don't push them to good effort because there's a possibility they won't make it to a good effort. So you just kind of make sure you're looking at them and observe the way that they look while they're doing that 6 seconds blowout. Okay, so right now, this is pick the 6th effort, which is the 3rd of our test in the post mode. Okay, so we're going to go back just here. Let's go back here, just put it into the pre-drug mode. And we're going to go back and just make sure we pick the best test that ATS, because even if you do this, basically, I'll just show you. We're here. Just go in here and say report it and go to ATS. and let them do the picking, okay? Right here, we got green and plus signs on everything, okay? That's your extrapolated volume, your end of test, and your total expiratory time was plus because they picked the best. All right, so let's just go out, okay? Just hit the close, and it's always going to remind you to say, hey, you want to save, so just hit yes. It's a very simple machine. It kind of does everything for you. And here, all we're going to do here, we'll go pick a report. And like I said, we can modify the reports to whatever you like and however you want to see them. And we will teach you how to do that yourself. Okay. Once you purchase a unit, if you do. And basically right here, it's going to pull up our pre and post test and our forced vital capacity, our flow volume loop, and the volume time curve with overlays. Okay, so there's our pre test, our post test, predicted, lower limits of normal. Okay, you can have that. So if you don't want to have low limits of normal on the report, we can remove it. And here's your flow volume loops and your volume time curves. Here we have notes. If you want to put in notes, you can go up in here and just kind of put notes in. All right. You hit ABC, candid notes, and it kind of just says, hey, they did good effort. Or if you had a patient that did a poor effort or poor understanding, you can always just click on here. If they coughed during the test, you can just click cough and it will put a statement for that. In this case, we'll say good. And then you just go ahead and insert. And what that will do, that will insert once you go here and just kind of click on leave and save. What it's going to do is going to load that report. You see here, it has a refresh. See the little green arrows? Just click on the green arrows and it will refresh what you just put in as a statement for that particular patient. And that can be done for predicteds. The machine has this computer predicteds that will put those in if you want. We can do that. And that's pretty much what you have here. It's not that very simple to use machine, simple to navigate around. Right here, you just have your search. So if you're looking for a patient, you can always go in here and say, I'm the patient that was 1111, and it will pick that patient. Okay. Or if you wanted to pick that patient by uh, last name, just put it like right here. We only have one patient. So put a T and it will line up everybody that has a T in their last name. Okay. It's very simple. All right. So we'll go here and get out of there. If you want to, you can go to your report. Let's just go back to reports here. Let's go to demographics first, and you can take a picture. So if you want to take pictures of your patients, you can always just go here. Like I said, that was your search. This is if a new patient shows up in your shop, in your facility. Here, if you have a new visit, like I'm here and I'm already here, I could put new visit and it would just put me as a new visit. If I want to edit something, you go in here, everything comes back to life so you can edit it. Okay, as we went into notes already. Okay, basically, I'll just show you here too, where it has your interpretations. So you can have your what we call 2005 ATS, or you can have your Ellis, or right here, Ellis right there, extended Ellis will give you more information. Okay. Out of that. Okay, so what you see here is a demo of the KoKo SX, and very simple, intuitive piece of equipment. So, see you guys later. Enjoy your machine. Bye bye. Where Devin at? Devin, now you gotta end this and tell me. I ended it. I stopped it. So how is it tape? Let's see if it did anything or kept that.